hectic.
Welcome back to today's Hectic 99. If you just joined us, Kiki Vaz J, getting straight into our hashtag Hectic Talk. Now, as promised, just before the break, I told you guys we'll be getting straight into bullying. Now, that is one thing that is totally evident in the majority of the schools around the world. Now, here joining us to tackle that issue, we are joined by social worker Simone Sangster, as well as Jade. We have Deshay, am I right? Daisha. We have Shepherd, as well as Robin. Welcome to Hectic 99, guys.
Thank you.
Nika. Okay, now, before we get started, I want to know from you guys, have you ever been bullied in your life?
Yes.
Let's start with you, Jade. What type of bullying and was it gossiping? What were they doing?
Gossiping.
Okay, and how did you handle it?
I just ignored them and just didn't pay attention.
Okay, cool. And you, Daisha?
Also gossiping and name calling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shepherd?
I would say I was always that new guy, so people usually always, who's this guy? But that never got on my way that much because I always stand up to the situation.
Okay. Robin?
So confidence be like hating on you.
Yeah.
Start spreading rumors and that lowers your self-esteem and don't do good after that.
I totally hear you. After hearing that, what can bullying do to a young person's personality or confidence?
So bullying has many traumatic effects on a child. And firstly, it attacks a child's self-esteem. Your self-esteem takes a big knock. There are many consequences like lack of motivation to even go to school, loss of concentration, loss of appetite, and maybe even aggression in that child.
Wow, I totally agree with you. I was in grade 9 and I was bullied, and I had the same effect. I didn't want to go to school. I even wanted to go to another school because I didn't want to go back to the same kids who were traumatizing me. They were calling me names and things like that, so I totally understand. Have you guys been experiencing the same feelings that she has mentioned? Not wanting to go back to school, faking illnesses maybe to stay at home? Have you guys done that?
Yeah,
Yes.
faking illnesses. Yeah.
True that. Do tell me, why do you think other people bullies others? Why do you think people bully?
I think maybe they want to be popular. They think it's going to get them popular, but it's not that really.
Okay.
They want to fit in with others.
Oh, okay.
It gives them power because they always target the weak ones, so they feel power.
True that. Robin?
Maybe some guy wants to be in a certain clique, and to be in that clique has to attract their attention. Like that, so he bullies other people so he can attract their attention.
I totally hear you. Simone, why would you say, why are people bullying?
I think we have this myth that bullies can't be victims themselves, and I think often some bullies are victims of bullying themselves. I think bullies are very insecure about themselves, and so often it's just an emotional outlet or an aggression that's coming out. Yeah.
That is so true. While you spoke about them being the victims, why do you think, or what are some of the tips you can give viewers to maybe handle the bullying better?
So for children that are being bullied and that need to deal with bullying, I would firstly encourage them to not blame themselves. Often children blame themselves and they question their own personality or their own feelings. I'd encourage them to speak up and speak out. Let's create a conversation about bullying. And there are many things that you can do to make yourself feel better, positive self-talk. But if all else fails and if you feel like you can't speak to anyone that you can trust, there's always the Childline Crisis Line that you can call. There are many options that you can speak out about the bullying.
I hear you now. You guys have spoken. You told me that you were bullied, gossiping. You also said gossiping, things like that. But what other type of forms can you actually be bullied by?
So bullying is not always a physical thing. It can be emotional thing as well. So there can be emotional bullying, verbal bullying, ignoring someone or excluding someone is bullying as well.
Wow.
And then there's always cyberbullying as well.
And that's been taking a huge toll as well. Internet bullying, people going on your pictures and they're commenting things like that. Now, I think there's a fine line between bullying and initiation. Do you guys agree? Or do you feel that initiation or hazing is a type of bullying?
I don't think so. Initiation should be fun, interesting, exciting, to be part of a group, but there can be initiation where you not feel comfortable doing.
Okay.
Like having to be aggressive with someone like that.
Okay.
Whatnot.
I hear you, but do you guys also feel that maybe the person who's being initiated has a choice to go through with initiation or not? Or do you think it has to be compulsory?
Yeah, choice.
Choice, okay, why do you guys think so?
It's human life.
Yeah, you can't force the child
Can't
to do
force
it.
someone to do something you don't want.
Okay. Simone, what's your thoughts on that?
I think there's a very fine line between initiation and bullying. I think initiation is supposed to be something positive. It's supposed to take you to the next level of something or introduce you to a new chapter in your life. But as soon as something is unwanted or it's detrimental to you or you feel uncomfortable, then it's definitely bullying, and I think you have the right to say no.
Wow, I totally agree with you. But guys, I want you to be part of this talk show. Hop onto Facebook and Twitter. #HecticTalk. Laat weet ons wat dink jy oor bullying. Anomsa, is there any questions?
Okay, cool. So of course now imibuzo apha kule ncwadi kufacebona kuyo uthi apha ukarabelo kfab xoxleng #HecticTalk. Bullying will never stop. So I think we should let the cops deal with it. I think the question here is, of course he is saying that bullying will never stop, but should we keep it within the community or the school of experiencing the bullying, or should we actually start outsourcing other advice or people to stop this?
Simone?
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think getting external help is a good idea. Getting NGOs to come into schools and educate children about bullying, workshops, programs, that kind of thing can help too. I think the police is the last resort, and I think we throw our hands up if we say the police have to deal with it. And also bullying, teaching kids about bullying and looking out for bullying starts at home as well with parents.
True that. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for your input, and thank you. Oh, yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes, go for it, Shepard.
I think like bullying, like if it's a guy must always be prepared for a fight.
Okay.
You must always be prepared for, because you never know when it's going to happen. But for a girl, it's also another story. You can't be bullying around girls, which is now abuse.
But violence is not the answer, though. Why would you want to bully? Why would you want to fight your bully? Isn't that also a form
Why
of
is
bullying?
it coming to me?
I'm just asking. You said it. I'm just asking. Well, guys, I want you to tell me, do you think if you fight your bully, isn't that a form of bullying also? Or do you think that that's the only way of handling it? Let us know. #HecticTalk.
Hectic.